Well, Quentin, welcome to Los Angeles. I was just talking to you offline. Why don't you sum up the last 15 hours of your life, man?
Yeah, so kind of leading up to the draft, it was a lot of nerves. I was just real anxious. A lot of family, friends there. Obviously got my name called. It was a mix of emotions for me. At that point, I was prepared for that moment as much as I thought I could be. But once it actually got there, it was like, okay, I'm tearing up and all type of stuff I wasn't expecting. And then I did like a little speech for my mom. Told her to retire from work. So that was big for me. I didn't go to sleep till like 3. Woke up at 6. Got on the airplane and came out here.
Man, you look well rested. You've had no sleep.
A little power nap.
Congratulations. Enjoy this night, man. We're just so excited that you're a Charger. Make sure you thank everybody that helped make it happen, man. But this is the first of many.
So before we get into football, man, just what was that moment like to let your mom know she could retire?
Oh yeah. That was for sure special. It was something I've been planning for a minute. I had like a little like side notes and stuff I want to say written down, but I mean, like in that moment, I was just like, man, forget the notes. I'm just gonna speak from what I know. Speak from the heart, because it's special for her.
The draft, you don't know what to expect. A wide receiver didn't go off the board until 20.
Yeah.
So the Chargers essentially had their pick of wide receivers.
Yeah.
They chose you. Was there any connection to the Chargers other than that combine meeting that we heard about that led you to believe that you were going to be in powder blue?
Not at all. Honestly, talked to coaches, a few times over the phone. Just sort of, how you doing and stuff like that. But other than the combine, no.
So it really is, it comes down to fit too, right?
Yeah.
And situation.
Yeah.
You're in a wide receivers room with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Joshua Palmer, who's on that same track as you, a young wide receiver. And you have a quarterback in Justin Herbert, one of the best in the game. So when you see your current situation, couple that with Kellen Moore and his new offensive system, just your initial reaction.
Yeah, excitement. I'm going into a room with a lot of guys with, a lot of experience. So I'm gonna come in, obviously as a young guy, but I'm gonna come in like a sponge, soak up as much information as I can, from them, and then kind of take bits and pieces, add it to my game.
Duggan back, takes a downfield shot in the second play, and it's Johnson with an over-the-shoulder catch. Quentin Johnston.
One of the things that stood out to me when I talked to Brandon Staley after you were selected was he kept mentioning the fact that you were a captain.
Yeah.
Being a captain, just walk me through the process of becoming a captain at TCU and what that meant.
Yeah, so the captain is player selected. After we go through spring, kind of right at the end of spring, before we go into summer and stuff like that to start the season, they give everybody like a little link, like, hey, pick your top 3, pick your top 4 who you like really believe in your heart and that you trust will make the right decisions for us when it's time to, as far as game day or just stuff off the field. Initially, when I first came to TCU, I was more quiet, kind of trying to lead by example guy. I was kind of just in a little shell. After time went on, I realized that I wasn't a young guy there no more, so I had to speak up sometimes. So I was kind of forced in that position. Honestly, wasn't real comfortable with that at first. As far as just talking and just speaking up goes, but the more I did media stuff, more I was talking, on interviews and stuff like that, I kind of became used to it. So going into my junior year, I'm like, look, I was leading all the workouts, me as well as some of my other teammates, leading workouts, first one there, last one lead, little stuff like that, and then, I got my name picked at the end of practice, so it's cool for me.
That's what it takes, right?
Yeah.
We hear about your game. One of the phrases that kept coming up yesterday was yards after catch, yards after catch, yards after catch. Well, 6'3", 210. You have that rare athleticism at the position. But how would you describe your game?
Yeah, electric for sure. This being a 6'3", 6'4" receiver that can move and is actually like elusive with the ball. After catch is something that's not really seen a lot. At least I don't think so. I set Big 12 record my freshman year for the most yards after catch in Big 12 history, and then I doubled back and did it again the next year.
Daniel Jeremiah is our radio analyst, and obviously NFL Network does amazing work with the draft. And in his latest top 50, I believe he compared you to Mike Williams.
Yeah.
How would you, or I guess, who do you model your game after? If you could name a few guys in the league.
It's hard to just say I'm just fully like any one.
You're just Quentin, man.
Yeah, for sure. But for sure, coming into college, as far as releases, top of route stuff, I was watching a lot of Devontae Adams, and then kind of just like my size, my build. I was looking at like a T. Higgins, Justin Jefferson type receiver.
What excites you most about being a Charger?
Just well, number one, being out here. You know, I'm from Texas, been in Texas all my life, so this is obviously way outside, you know, of what I'm being, you know, used to. So just new experiences, coming into a great receiver room, a great quarterback, great coaching staff. So I'm just excited for everything.
In the stadium where your collegiate career ended,
yeah,
it's going to start here,
yeah.
but I think better times
for sure,
ahead, right?
100%. And I feel like it's good that I came here too, because I need to get a sour taste out of my mouth in that stadium.
Hey, I'll get you out of here on this. TCU, offensive players from TCU. Last one was a guy named LaDainian Thomas.
Yeah.
His career ended up pretty good, man.
It was all right. Yeah, it was
no pressure, right?
Yeah, nah.
But just the fact that you get to kind of follow in those footsteps with the Chargers, and you see what LT meant to TCU and to the Chargers. I mean, that has to be special when you kind of put that together.
Sure, 100%. He's somebody that I actually talked to. I'm real cool with his nephew Travis Hodges Thomas. So he comes to practice every now and then, talks to us and stuff like that. But yeah. No, that's obviously some big shoes to fill. Kind of going down the line from TCU now to the Chargers, but you know I'm ready for it.